Imagine this. You're sitting there, waiting for your life to change, hoping for a breakthrough. But here's the hard truth. Time isn't a gift, it's a test. You don't deserve more time. You deserve the wisdom to use the time you already have. Too many people beg for more time, but very few know how to master it. So, are you going to wait for life to hand you the keys? Or are you going to take control of the wheel yourself? Channel Introduction. Welcome to Stoic Mastery, the channel where we combine ancient wisdom with modern strategies to unlock your full potential. If you're tired of living life on autopilot and want to take control, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and like this video. Because today, we dive deep into a truth that most people don't want to face. Time is the most precious thing you have, and it's slipping away faster than you think. Are you using it wisely, or are you begging for more? Section 1. The illusion of time. Let's talk about time. It's a resource you can't buy more of, can't steal, and certainly can't stop. Yet it's the one thing almost every person is constantly begging for. If I only had more time, I could get it all done. If I had more time, I could start my dream business, work on myself, or fix my life. This is the mindset that traps so many people, and it's a dangerous one. But here's the truth that most people refuse to face. Time is an illusion. Let that sink in for a moment. Most people believe that time is something external, something that they're either running out of or waiting to get more of. They see it as a ticking clock, something that's working against them, and they beg for it. They beg for more time, thinking that if only they had a few extra hours in the day or a few more days in the week, they could be productive, they could become successful, they could finally have their life together. But that's not how it works. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." He wasn't telling you to live in fear, but to understand the reality of time. It is finite. You don't know how much time you have, and it isn't something to be taken for granted. When you spend time begging for more of it, you're essentially disrespecting the very thing that could shape your future. The truth is, we're all given the same amount of time each day, 24 hours. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall behind is how they choose to use those hours. Time doesn't change for anyone. You don't get more of it, and you don't get to pause it when you feel overwhelmed. You only get to use it wisely or waste it. People beg for more time because they don't want to face the uncomfortable truth that time isn't the problem, it's how they're using it. The real issue isn't that you don't have enough time, it's that you don't know how to use the time you already have. Think about it. When you sit around waiting for the perfect moment to start working on your goals or life changes, you waste time that could have been spent in action. You might look at the clock, see the hours ticking away, and feel frustrated, but the clock doesn't care. It doesn't stop. It doesn't wait for you to catch up. This is where the Stoic principle of living according to nature comes into play. The Stoics believed that life is unpredictable, and the only thing we can control is how we react to it. So when you're wasting time waiting for things to align, you're not practicing self-discipline. You're reacting to life instead of shaping it with your own actions. So, what's the solution? Stop begging for more time. You've got the time you need to start right now. Every minute you spend wishing for more time is a minute you could be using to change your life. You have what it takes already, and that's what you need to realize. The time you spend waiting, the time you spend longing for just a bit more, is the time you could have used to start living intentionally. If you truly want to master your life, then master your time. Take control. Prioritize what matters most to you. Focus on the actions that will move you forward, not the ones that keep you stuck in a cycle of hoping and waiting. Your time is now. Stop waiting for a better moment because it's never coming. If you're ready to take control of your time and your future, Type, "I control my time," in the comments. Let that declaration resonate in your mind and shift your mindset from one of begging to one of ownership. Time is a finite resource. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you can begin living your life on your terms. Section 2. The danger of procrastination. Procrastination is one of the most insidious forms of self-sabotage. It sneaks up on you with the promise that you'll be able to get things done tomorrow, next week, or when the conditions are just right. But here's the harsh truth. Tomorrow never comes. You keep putting things off, thinking that you'll feel more motivated later or that the perfect moment will eventually arrive. But time keeps moving, and with every passing day, your potential slips further away. This is the exact trap that procrastination creates. It tricks you into believing you have more time than you actually do. It gives you the illusion that there's always a future moment where everything will fall into place. But that moment is never guaranteed. Instead of acting now, you wait for something outside of you to change, and in the meantime, you waste time that could be spent taking action. The Stoics had a powerful lesson about procrastination. Seneca, the great Roman philosopher, warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He understood that it's not the amount of time you have that matters, it's how you use it. Procrastination wastes your time, and in doing so, it robs you of your future. When you delay, you're not just postponing tasks, you're postponing your dreams, your growth, and your happiness. Procrastination thrives on fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success. These fears paralyze you and keep you stuck in a cycle of doing nothing. You tell yourself that you'll start when you feel ready or when things are less busy. But the truth is, you'll never feel ready. Motivation doesn't come first. It comes after action. When you take the first step, even if it's small, momentum builds. But if you wait, you'll continue to wait forever. Here's the real danger of procrastination. It doesn't just steal your time, it steals your confidence. Every time you put something off, you reinforce the belief that you're incapable of starting. You tell yourself, "I'm not disciplined enough," or "I'm not good enough to do this right now." These thoughts pile up and eventually become part of your identity, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy where you believe you'll never be able to follow through. But here's the Stoic solution. Take action now. The Stoics understood that the present moment is all we can control. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They acted in the here and now, focusing on what they could do at this very moment. The key is to stop waiting and start doing. Whether it's a big project or a small task, take the first step. Even if it's imperfect, it's still progress. Every time you procrastinate, you delay your potential. But when you decide to act, you take control of your life. So, if you're tired of letting procrastination control you, make the choice today to stop waiting. Type, "No more excuses," in the comments to commit to taking action right now. Procrastination is a thief, but it's also something you can defeat. The moment you decide to take action, you reclaim your time, your confidence, and your power. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it now. Section 3. Mastering self-discipline. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of success. It's the hidden force that determines whether you'll achieve your goals or fall short. Without self-discipline, all the time you're hoping for, all the motivation you wait for, will slip through your fingers. Why? Because self-discipline is what keeps you on track, even when you don't feel like it. It's what drives you to act when everything inside you is saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." At the core of self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses, focus on what matters, and act with intention, even when distractions, laziness, or fear try to pull you away. Without it, you're like a boat without a rudder, drifting wherever the current takes you. Self-discipline gives you the power to steer your life in the direction you want to go. In our fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere, social media, entertainment, even other people's demands. These are all tools that pull your focus away from your most important goals. It's easy to give in to them. You might tell yourself, "I'll focus later," or "I deserve a break." But here's the truth. That moment of relief isn't worth the cost. The time you spend procrastinating, the moments you waste giving in to instant gratification, are the moments that prevent you from moving forward. The Stoic philosophers knew the power of self-discipline. Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means that true freedom doesn't come from avoiding responsibility or indulging in whatever feels good in the moment. It comes from having the strength to control your actions, to focus on what matters most, and to choose long-term growth over short-term pleasure. Self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing what's difficult now for the sake of something greater later, whether that's waking up early to work on your goals, saying no to distractions, or pushing through even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is the practice of doing what's necessary, not what's easy. Here's the good news. Self-discipline can be built. You don't have to be born with it. Just like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Start small, set clear, achievable goals, and then break them down into daily actions. Even when it's hard, take the first step. Over time, these small actions will add up, and self-discipline will become a habit that carries you forward. Now, imagine the life you could create if you mastered self-discipline. Imagine being able to focus, to push through challenges, and to stay on track, no matter how difficult it gets. That's the power you have within you, waiting to be unleashed. If you're ready to take control of your actions and build the discipline you need to succeed, type "I am in control" in the comments. This is your declaration to start taking action, even when it's tough. Self-discipline is the key that unlocks your potential. Start today and let it lead you to the life you've always dreamed of. Section 4. The power of consistency. Consistency is the silent force that separates success from failure. It's easy to be motivated in bursts, to get excited about a new goal or a fresh start. But the real question is, can you stay consistent? Can you show up day after day, doing the hard work even when motivation fades, when obstacles arise, or when the excitement wears off? Consistency is the key that unlocks long-term success. Many people fail not because they lack ability or intelligence, but because they lack the ability to stay consistent. They start strong, but when things get tough, they fall off track. They lose their drive, and they abandon their goals. This is the trap of inconsistency. It feels good to begin something, to take that first step. But without the persistence to follow through, it all becomes meaningless. The Stoics understood the power of consistency. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively about the importance of showing up every day, no matter the circumstances. He believed that success in life doesn't come from grand, dramatic efforts, but from small, consistent actions that add up over time. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature." What Marcus was really saying is that the quality of your life depends on what you do consistently. If you consistently take actions aligned with your values and goals, your life will reflect that. Think about it. What gets measured gets improved. If you want to improve in any area, whether it's your fitness, your career, or your personal growth, you have to show up consistently. It's easy to make excuses. "I don't have time today," or "I'm not feeling motivated." But those excuses are what keep you stuck. They keep you from making progress. Real growth happens when you push through those excuses and show up anyway. Consistency isn't about doing everything perfectly every day. It's about making small, intentional efforts day in and day out, even when the results aren't immediate. Imagine if you committed to reading 10 pages of a book every day. At first it seems insignificant, but after a month, you'll have read 300 pages. After a year, that's over 3,600 pages, enough for several books that could radically change your life. This is the power of consistency. It compounds over time. It doesn't matter if you don't see instant results. What matters is that you're taking steps every day toward your goals, no matter how small they seem. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Here's the secret. Inconsistent action leads to inconsistent results. When you start something and quit halfway through, you waste your time and energy. Every time you stop and restart, you have to rebuild momentum. But when you stay consistent, even on the hard days, you create momentum that propels you forward. The Stoics taught that progress is not made by grand gestures, but by making small, consistent decisions every day that move you closer to your goals. If you want to change your life, focus on consistency. Consistency is what will take you from where you are now to where you want to be. If you're ready to commit to daily consistency, drop a "I will persist" in the comments. Make that declaration to yourself and the world. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a result of consistent actions taken every day. Don't wait for motivation to show up. Create it with your actions. Consistency is the foundation of all success. It might not be glamorous, but it's the only way to achieve lasting, meaningful results. Start today, keep going tomorrow, and keep building the future you deserve, one consistent action at a time. Section 5. The role of resilience in mastering time. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down. It's the strength to keep going when you feel defeated, tired, or discouraged. But here's the reality. Life will knock you down. Whether it's setbacks, failures, or unexpected challenges, you'll face moments where things don't go as planned. The question isn't if you'll encounter adversity, it's how you'll respond to it. Will you allow setbacks to derail you, or will you use them as stepping stones to greater success? In a world obsessed with instant results, resilience is more important than ever. We live in an age of quick fixes, instant gratification, and constant distractions. When things don't work out immediately, it's easy to give up and move on to something else. But true success is built not on the ability to avoid failure, but on the ability to persist in the face of it. Resilience is the secret weapon that allows you to keep using your time wisely, even when life gets tough. The Stoics had a profound understanding of resilience. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." What he meant was that resilience allows us to continue using time productively, no matter the obstacles we face. Setbacks are inevitable, but if we're resilient, we can always get back on track and keep moving forward. The key isn't to avoid failure, it's to learn how to thrive despite it. Resilience begins with your mindset. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, reframe them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge, every difficulty is a chance to learn something new and become stronger. When things don't go your way, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself or wallowing in frustration. Use that moment as fuel to push yourself further. Instead of letting adversity rob you of time, let it sharpen your focus and strengthen your resolve. Here's a powerful Stoic principle to remember. You control your reaction to what happens to you. No matter how chaotic life becomes, you always have the power to choose how you respond. When you cultivate resilience, you take back control of your time and your life. You stop allowing setbacks to dictate your future. Instead, you use them as stepping stones to reach higher. This mindset of resilience allows you to stay focused on your goals. Life will throw obstacles at you, but if you stay persistent, if you keep showing up every day despite the setbacks, you'll eventually see progress. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding failure. It means learning how to use it to propel you forward. When you're resilient, you don't waste time on self-pity or regret. You don't allow failure to paralyze you. You adapt. You adjust. You keep moving forward. This is the path to mastering time, by refusing to let setbacks dictate how you use your time. If you're ready to face challenges head-on and use them to fuel your growth, type "I rise above" in the comments. It's time to make resilience your greatest asset. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about learning, adapting, and growing stronger with each challenge. When you embrace this, you'll find that you've mastered time, not by avoiding hardship, but by using it to fuel your progress. Keep going and let life's challenges push you closer to your goals. Section 6. The importance of living with purpose. Living with purpose is the ultimate way to master your time. Without purpose, time can easily slip away, wasted on meaningless tasks or distractions. We often find ourselves overwhelmed by the demands of everyday life, reacting to whatever comes our way instead of proactively shaping our days. But when you live with purpose, every moment counts. Purpose is the driving force that makes every action meaningful. It turns mundane tasks into steps toward your larger goals and gives your life direction and focus. The Stoics were masters of living with purpose. They believed that our lives should be intentional and every action should be in alignment with our values. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." What this means is that purpose doesn't just come from what you do. It comes from how you think about what you do. When you have a clear purpose, everything you do is aligned with that purpose. You no longer waste time on things that don't serve your goals or values. Living with purpose starts with understanding your deeper motivations. Why do you get out of bed every morning? What are your long-term goals? What is the one thing that, if you accomplished it, would make everything worth it? The answers to these questions are the foundation of a purposeful life. When you know what matters most to you, your decisions become clearer. Instead of getting distracted by every new opportunity or temptation, you stay focused on what aligns with your true purpose. Purpose provides clarity in the midst of distractions. In today's world, distractions are constant. You're bombarded with notifications, messages, emails, and the pressure to constantly do more. It's easy to lose sight of what's truly important, but when you have a clear purpose, it becomes much easier to say no to distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. Purpose helps you prioritize, and it keeps you from getting sidetracked by the noise of life. Without purpose, you can spend your days feeling like you're spinning your wheels. You can work hard, but you may not be making progress towards something meaningful. Purpose gives your work meaning. Whether you're building a business, pursuing personal growth, or working on your health, when you know your why, the work becomes much more rewarding. It gives you the fuel to keep going even when the journey gets tough. The Stoic philosopher Seneca also emphasized the importance of living with purpose. He believed that time is our most precious resource, and without purpose, it's easy to waste it. He said, "We are often more concerned about our ability to plan than to live with a plan." This means that having a purpose isn't just about thinking about it. It's about taking intentional actions that align with that purpose. When you live with purpose, every day becomes a chance to move closer to your goals. Every moment is an opportunity to make progress, no matter how small. Purpose turns time into your ally, not your enemy. So if you're ready to live with more clarity and intention, type "I live with purpose" in the comments. Commit to living each day with your values in mind, making every action count toward your larger goal. Living with purpose transforms your relationship with time. It helps you focus on what truly matters and filters out the noise. When you align your actions with your purpose, your time becomes a powerful tool for growth. Purpose is the foundation upon which you can build a life of meaning and success. Take control of your time by living with purpose and watch how your life transforms. Conclusion: master your time, master your life. As we've explored, mastering your time isn't just about organizing your schedule or checking off tasks from a to-do list. It's about mastering your mind, your actions, and your resilience. It's about embracing self-discipline, consistency, and resilience to propel you forward and living with a purpose that gives every moment meaning. Time, once lost, can never be regained. But when you learn to truly master it, you unlock the potential for limitless growth and achievement. The Stoics knew this truth well. They understood that time is our most valuable resource, and how we use it defines the quality of our lives. Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca didn't just teach us how to think. They taught us how to live, how to act with intention, and how to use our time wisely. They knew that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from controlling how we respond to life, how we use our time, and how we shape our destiny. If you want to stop wasting your time and start living intentionally, it all begins with you. You have the power to change your life by changing how you use your time. The principles we've discussed, self-discipline, consistency, resilience, and purpose, are your keys to mastering your time. You are in control. No one else is responsible for how you spend your time, except you. If you commit to these principles and take action every single day, you'll see the transformation in your life. You'll stop being a victim of time, and you'll become its master. When you master your time, you master your life. Before we end, I want to ask you for one last favor. If you found value in this video, make sure to like and comment below with the phrase, "I am the master of my time." This simple declaration is your commitment to take control, to live with purpose, and to use your time wisely from this moment forward. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Stoic Mastery and turn on the notification bell. We share powerful content like this regularly to help you stay on track and keep mastering your mind, your time, and your life. Remember, time is your most precious resource. Use it wisely and live with intention. Your future self will thank you. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep mastering your time. Take action now and start shaping the future you deserve.